Coach, how did you react to Tyler telling you to calm the F down?
That's not what he said. No, he said calm the duck now. It's an inside joke. You guys wouldn't get it. Take too long to explain. He said, I said, what? No, I told him to calm the down.
Coach, did you know you're now last in points per game in the league in penalty yards?
Oh, yeah? Did you know you could suck my... Yeah, it was a tough loss, but hey, we'll be back. I'll be better than ever next week.
No, you won't. You got benched.
What's that?
How do your nuts feel?
They hurt, okay? We're not allowed to even flick a quarterback, but I guess I'm allowed to have swollen balls for the next week.
Aaron, do you know that you just lost to a quarterback that played in the XFL?
We got him just where we want him.
Tom, are you okay?
No. All right, another week of power rankings, another week of teams that I cannot believe are still moving up. Let's get right into it with the bottom 10. We got the Lions, Panthers, Texans, Steelers, Broncos, Commanders, Saints, Browns, Jags, and Bears. New 32 team, the Lions. Look, I know the Panthers are in complete rebuild mode. It's actually tough not having them at 32, but they beat the Bucs, which I guess isn't really saying too much, but look, the Lions are just, wow. You want to talk about one of the flukiest teams I've ever seen to start out a season, it's them. They've scored 6 points in the past 2 games. Their defense has always sucked, so if their offense ain't scoring, then what's the point? 31, the Panthers, they beat the Bucs. Don't know what happened there. It just doesn't make sense to me, but they're still in complete rebuild mode, so... And they're sticking with P.J. Walker, I guess. It's just... There's no way that they should want to win right now, in my opinion. 30, the Texans, another team. The only thing they have is Dameon Pierce. Besides that, they can score a little bit, give teams some trouble, but not good. 29, the Steelers, they dropped. They definitely should have beat the Dolphins. Terrible game. Defense played great. Shut the Dolphins out in the second half. Kept Tyreek and Jalen Waddle under check. Offense sucked. Kenny threw really bad interceptions. This is frustrating to watch. That's all I got to say about that. I hate talking about it. 28, the Broncos. They score the fewest points per game, which is crazy to me with some of these teams beneath them. They have the most penalty yards in the league. Defense, fantastic. Offense, worst in the league. And quarterback, I don't know if Russ is coming back. If he is, honestly, it doesn't really make that big of a difference. 27, the Commanders, they beat the Packers. Again, is that even that impressive of a win? I don't know. They had Heineke back there. Honestly, even when Wentz gets healthy again, I feel like Heineke will just finish out the season. They're a team, too, I just don't think should want to win. I think they want a bottom pick and try to get a quarterback in the draft. Speaking of, the Saints, they're at now 26. The Saints, they suck. They got good weapons on offense. Defense is underperforming, but they got Andy Dalton at quarterback, and then Winston sucks. They need a QB desperately. I mean, the Saints defense has actually given up, I think, possibly the most points in the league so far. And then defense, they rank dead last in QB pressure. Oh, also, that's another thing. The Steelers, they rank last in sacks. The leader in sacks the past 5-6 years with TJ Watt is now in last. It's crazy how one man can make that big of a difference. The Browns, I mean, they 2-5. They can score some points, but man, the defense is that's another team. Defense is underperforming. It's disappointing. Their run defense is terrible. They're pressuring the quarterback, but it's really just not enough. Secondary, not great. They have the talent, they're just not performing. I don't know what's going on. And 24, the Jags. I think that was really keeping them going was the defense was playing outstanding the first 5 weeks, and they've just fallen off. Offense looked okay against the Colts, but yeah, the defense has just fallen off, and that is why they just cannot win. And then 23, surprisingly, the Bears. The Bears, it seems like they hit pretty good on the coach. It's crazy because their defense is playing well for what they have, and offense, same thing. They got no weapons, nothing going on there, but yet they're winning games, and it's pretty impressive for what they just did to Patriots and Coach Belichick. 22, the Raiders. Good win against the Texans. We'll see if that gives them a boost. Need to see a lot more, though, until I can really start believing in this team. But Josh Jacobs, great season this year. Don't know where it came from, but great season. 21, the Colts. Matt Ryan is done probably forever in the NFL. They're putting Sam in at quarterback. See how he does. You can't do any worse than Matt Ryan, I guess, so we'll see how they do. But it looks like the Titans might just run away with this division in the coming weeks. 20, the Cardinals. Good win against the Saints with the 2 pick sixes. But Andy Dalton sucked, so I need to see a lot more from Arizona to have any faith in this team. Hopkins debut back. They started clicking a little bit as the game went on. The thing that just sucks is that Marquise Brown is out for a few weeks, so we're not going to see them together for a while. 19, the Bucs. They suck. They lost to the Steelers, and they lose to the Panthers. What else is there to say? They got their receivers. Run game, though, is not there. They lost their offensive line this year, so it's not as good. They can't run the ball, and Brady, he's not mobile. I hate to count Brady out, but, man, it's really hard to have any faith in this team. Same thing with the Packers. Both Bucs and Packers, you guys lost to an XFL quarterback. Congratulations. Packers offense got nothing going on. They play the Bills this week. Good luck. I think they might be one of the biggest underdogs this year. It's against the Bills. I mean, remember the Steelers played the Bills. They're like 14-point underdogs. Offense stinks. Defense underperforming. That's what it comes down to. Falcons, they're at 17. They dropped. Cincinnati destroyed them, but they didn't have a secondary, so I'm not going to fault them too hard. But to let Joe Burrow get 300-plus yards in one half is pretty crazy. Dolphins at 16. They beat the Steelers, but they did not look impressive whatsoever. No points in the second half. I think Tua is like 10-2 in his past 12 games, though, when he started. So this team can be on the up and up, but not a good debut coming back, playing against the Steelers, who have no secondary. You got to get points in the second half. Waddle and Hill should have destroyed us. So I don't know what happened there. 15, the Patriots. This team looked so good the past 2 weeks, but man, did you guys muff your season with what you pulled against the Bears. That whole QB situation, not good. I hated that. Either start with Zappy, and if he does bad, you put Jones in, but don't put Jones in, and then one pick, and then you sit him. I think that was a very bad call. Now there's this QB controversy going on probably, and it's just, I see them going downhill from here. They just don't know what they're doing on offense. This is a team that they can look so impressive one week and then just so disappointed the next. Talk about disappointing the Chargers. You guys sucked against the Seahawks. You guys stink. Let's just be real. They're not good. That whole division, again, most disappointing division in football this year. I'm questioning if they're going to make the playoffs. I really am. The way they lost to Seattle, the way they lost to Jacksonville this year, I know they're hurt, but you know who's not hurt? Justin Herbert. That offense, you guys need to be putting up points. J.C. Jackson's out for the year. He was disappointing to begin with. 13, the Rams. They get Jefferson back this week. They need some receiver help desperately, so we'll see how that does. The way the NFC is going, the NFC is just very weak this year. I don't know. Rams have a chance to win that division. Still, that division's wide open for anybody, but they need to take care of the ball, and the defense needs to step up. 12, the Seahawks. Can't believe I have them here, but they've looked good. They've been putting up points. Kenneth Walker. I think he's like actually leading for Offensive Rookie of the Year, believe it or not. I can't believe it. I thought this would be one of the worst teams. They were in rebuild mode coming into the season, and yet here they are. They're a team that needs a quarterback, so you got to wonder if them winning is really in their best interest. But, like, obviously, you don't come into a season just wanting to lose. So they've been winning, so it's a tough situation for them. I still don't see them as a playoff team. They can't sneak in, especially in this conference. Titans at 11, they're on a 4-game win streak. They beat the Colts twice, the Commanders, and the Raiders. They're still not impressive to me. But they're on a streak. I think it's respectful enough to have them at 11. I'm just not a believer in them. Top 10, the Jets cracked top 10. Sauce Gardner's playing unbelievable. Their defense is playing really good. Offense, good. I mean, they lost Breece Hall, but they just got James Robinson. I think he can fill the void a bit. They've been winning, man. I give them respect there. They're in the top 10. Can't believe it. And we got the 49ers. Got smacked by the Chiefs, but it is the Chiefs. I still like this team. Good defense. Jimmy G just needs to take care of the ball. I think they can go far still. Again, weak NFC. They're going to make the playoffs. They can make a run. They play the Chiefs. That's just what's going to happen to you. 8, the Bengals. Again, smacked the Falcons. But again, the Falcons did not have a secondary. I've been pretty not totally low on the Bengals. I mean, I always expect them to be a playoff team. I still have the Ravens beating them in that division. But their losses have been close games. Offense, maybe it's clicking a little bit. Maybe they needed a game like that to really get things going. So they can be on the up and up here. They do have a chance to overtake the Ravens. I'll say that. Speaking of, Ravens at 7. Look, Ravens' biggest issue is they're a bit sloppy and they blow leads. They have the most games this year with double-digit leads, but they can't hold on to them. They almost gave it up to the Browns. But they also lead. Their defense leads in takeaways. They got good things going for them. They just need to close out games. That's the only thing that's stopping them. The Giants are number 6. They move up a spot. They play Seattle this week, that's an interesting game to me. I don't know who I'm going to pick for that. But defense is playing good. Saquon, best running back in the league right now. They're a good second-half team, and they're good at closing games in the fourth quarter. And sometimes that's just all you need. 5, the Vikings are on a bye week. They stay put. Cowboys, they stay put. But they beat the Lions. Good job. I don't know. Pretty much the rest of this, they all stay put. Chiefs, Bills, Eagles. Chiefs put the smackdown on the 49ers, but the Bills beat the Chiefs, and the Eagles, they haven't lost yet. 6-0. I still like them. Until they lose, they deserve that spot to me. And that's it. Guys, let me know what your top 5 is. Let me know what your most surprising team is. How far are the Jets going to go this year? How far are the Giants going to go? How far are the Seahawks going to go? Crazy year this year. Don't know what to think about it. As always, keep your head up, keep moving, and we'll catch you next week. Peace.